Here's an example of genetic results for ankle injury, a very common type of sports injury. The markers for genetic injury indicate a fairly sizable increased risk for injury, and knowledge of these markers can forewarn you to take steps like stretching or strengthening steps that could reduce your chance of getting injured. The two markers we found are called single nucleotide polymorphisms. And the first one is RS118 ... Genotype is your sequence at this SNP. So this is a position in your genome where some people have Cs, other people have Ts. And this person had one C and a T, so heterozygous, one from the one parent and the other from the other parent. Effect allele is which allele we're following. In this case, we score a T. Allele frequency is the frequency of the effect allele. So in this case, 1.5% of the time there's T, the remainder of the time it's a C. P-value is the significance, the p-value for significance of this allele for association with ankle injury. Here, 5 times 10 to the minus 7, which is a pretty small number and hence fairly significant. Relative risk is the increased risk that occurs when you carry one copy of the effect allele. So single copy of a T, as in this case, results in an 86% increase of ankle injury. The other SNP is RS132 ... In this example, the person was heterozygous G over A, where A is the effect allele. A was at 2.5% relative to G. The p-value is significant. It's 5 times 10 to the minus 8, which is again a small number. And relative risk is the person carrying one copy of A had a 58% increased risk for ankle injury. Down here in the graph, we show the results for soccer players. 7.9% of the time they have ankle injuries. That frequency can be higher for different sports, like it's higher in football players and basketball players. A person carrying a T and an A would have increased risk for ankle injuries. So in this case, 23% increased risk. And again, this is the type of knowledge that might let this person train smarter with stretching and strengthening exercises to try to avoid this injury. If you have questions, send us a comment at contact@axgen.us.